It's Sporting Kansas City's new number 9, new designated player, Dejan Joveljic. Having to now replace the ball on the spot. Daniel in goal for San Jose, trying to play some mind games. Sporting Kansas City trying to get back into this game at home. Joveljic scores! His first in Sporting Kansas City colors.
Pressure right before the strike went. Daniel pointed and said, I'm going to stay in the middle. A little bit of mind games, and then Joveljic opens up his hips. It's the perfect height to save it. Daniel was inches away from getting enough on it to push it.
A man after 2 yellow cards, and that really stifled that substitution pattern. We'll talk more about that in a moment.
Suleimanov, first venture forward in this second half as it's cut back. Tommy! First goal through the run of play in 2025 for SKC. It's 1-0 in DC.
And so this long pass where Tommy starts it. Now Tommy's the one that plays it. Keep an eye on Tommy, number 26. He's got the red boots. He's going to be your goal scorer. This combination play is going to happen, but nobody tracks Eric Tommy. It's that run from Joveljic that draws the attention, and then from the top of the box, keep an eye on the body shape of Tommy, leaning forward, strikes through it. It's a textbook finish, and what a counterattack from Sporting Kansas City.
Finally, something through the run of play for Sporting Kansas City.
Because they're so dense in nature on the back line. Well, now the pressure tightens itself up even more. Harder to come through the middle.
Over the top for Shallowy. Shallowy touches it past the keeper and in. Sporting Kansas City have given themselves a lifeline to try to get back in this match. Over the top to Daniel Shallowy, and it's 3-1.
And certainly the pace of Shallowy, the check back to the inside. You know, the first angle felt like he was on. That one's very difficult to tell. But the way that he leads his runner away here to the far side of the field, then with the cutback in. Good recognition here by Volater. Head up. Excellent weight on the ball that checks up for Shallowy, and he does incredible, especially in the elements, for this thing to come across his body.
To Davis, to Suleimanov. And to decide what to do with Suleimanov. Now cutting it back across. A dangerous one. And this is an own goal. And in the blink of an eye, Sporting Kansas City have pulled back to within 1.
And as he's isolated once again, as this ball comes back across, is he in an onside position? You want to double check as it's played through. Yes, there, certainly. And all you're looking here, Nate, on the second move, when he cuts down to the byline, does a really good job in the change of pace. Who's known to be a left-sided player? Some of the bigger names in Sporting Kansas City history.
Oh, here's Joveljic. Joveljic! Sporting Kansas City have come steamrolling back in this match, and all of a sudden, it is 3-3 in the 80th minute.
How poetic it was that Shallowy has been the catalyst for all of this. Look who. It's the right header for Carlos Harvey, but as he reacts to it, Shallowy does such a good job here of holding play up. And while certainly the ball in is nowhere near perfect, look at the work rate down underneath. Manu up through the middle. Just the sly of touches to spring through what was the high-priced acquisition in the offseason.
That'll skip all the way into the chest of Shoppy. He'll knock it down for Davis. Little two-man game in this near side corner. Here comes the 25-year-old. Bending to the far side. Great ball there for Shallowy, and the shot! And it's 1-0! A bit of patience pays off as Daniel Shallowy tallies for the second time in 2025.
And I like this just isolation. Back to Suleimanov, and then nobody really puts enough pressure on him. He comes across, and there's Shallowy all alone. I mean, he had a lot of work to do at that point. FC Dallas stepping out to put pressure on him, but to take it off the thigh on the volley out of the air is just a phenomenal finish to the back post. And to get that ball up and down in that amount of time, just a really well-worked goal against an FC.
Better than 70 minutes gone by at Children's Mercy Park on a cool Kansas night. Mano Garcia able to lay this off. Here's Joveljic with a chance. His shot, goal! Dejan Joveljic! And there's the breakthrough for Sporting Kansas City. They're on the board.
Watch him, he plays on the shoulder. He's really good play initiative from Garcia because we've spoken about Joveljic stretching the game. He stretches the game, he separates the midfield and the defence. Garcia's then like, okay, I'm going to take advantage of it. Joveljic is then able to play on the shoulder, and the rest is history. But it's brilliant play from Joveljic, stretching the game, creating the time and space for Garcia. He gets on the ball, he waves his magic, plays the ball to Joveljic, and it's the finish into the back of the net. And that is what Joveljic is all about. And this is what we said previously. He's constantly stretching the game.
Radoja able to play ahead. Eric Tommy, who's entered as a sub. Tommy plays it across, shot off the post, rebound is in! And that's the goal that should do it. Joveljic a second time. Sporting Kansas City with a 2-0 lead.
Live and breathe of confidence. Joveljic, slow first half. Second half, 2 goals. And it's the follow-up here. It's the initial strike from Shallowy. It's really good play from Tommy down the right-hand side. But just watch Joveljic. He's the first one, the instinct, the first one to get on the ball. And by the time Lund tries to react and get up from this one, and by the way, it's an unbelievable save. Initially, it's a strike from Garcia, but then the follow-up from Joveljic. He can't do anything about it. This is a great save. But you just see, just as he's getting up in time to see the ball go into the back of the net.
Portland's allowed 1 goal off a set piece this year. Shepi Suleimanov, it sneaks through! A Russian rocket, even at the quarter hour.
So if everybody misses it, it ends up in the back of the net. And that's executed really well. You might say a little bit of luck involved, but you want to always aim for that back post. There's bodies in there. No one really is assertive on the Portland end.
LA had to part ways, clear some cap room. $4 million in the cash for player trade. 2 goals last week. All of his Sporting goals so far have been at home. But Panenka will put Kansas City level.
Everything. And look at the confidence on that finish. Supreme. Into the back of the net. What start to this game, 2-2.
15-goal season last year.
The Hoosier worked with Danny O'Rourke, MLS Cup winner for the Columbus Crew back in the day with his time at IU, and Danny O'Rourke told me Mooney has incredible strength in 1v1 situations.
Moved out wide, chance to shoot, oh, it's driven in! Logan and Denbei, a rocket to give Sporting Kansas City a lead on the road.
And inside the first 15 minutes of this match, that's been the constant threat. Logan and Denbei, for the first time in an MLS regular season match, finds the back of the net. When you get into this area, you're driving it hard to the far post. You can either score, you force a save. This time, there's just too much on it. Earl Edwards can only throw an arm at it. Takes the foul.
Another chance here, it's another goal! Daniel Shallowy quickly doubles the lead for Sporting.
San Jose sleeping. It's a quick restart. And it's just Route 1. This has to be better from Rodriguez. At this level, that is not good enough. But from Shallowy, he's decisive in this moment. That touch with the outside of the right prepares himself. Now watch this, he's slowing down, and then he catches it on the upward trajectory, so it catches Earl Edwards.
2 minutes and 23 seconds between the 2 goals. Here's Suleimanov.
This is when he is at his most dangerous.
Driving forward, playing this ahead, Garcia scores!
Look at this from Sporting Kansas City. 3 goals in 24 minutes.
And when they do it quickly, they can get Suleimanov. Now watch the recognition from Garcia. He's in the middle of the box. Now he's going to come and just sprint right into that position that's vacated. Isn't tracked by Mark-Anthony Kaye. The weight on this pass is impeccable from Suleimanov. Garcia understands out of the corner of his eyes that Earl Edwards is coming low to make himself big.
Here's Tommy. Looking in the middle, Shallowy's there! Sporting Kansas City restore a 2-goal lead. 4-2 in San Jose.
Number 10 in light blue. Watch how Shallowy is just going to take off before Rodriguez even thinks. Rodriguez has his arm up calling for an offside. That's a million miles away. Now Shallowy wins the race. He's able to slow himself down. It's such a good finish because he leans forward, he cushions it into the corner, and this is an important goal to take the life and spirit out of this stadium and out of the home side.
Playing behind for Ndenbe, who peeked in field. He'll slow things down for Sporting. Shallowy, space on the far side. Tommy collects, and Tommy scores! A 5-goal outburst by Sporting Kansas City, and surely now all 3 points.
Here's the one hint of offside of Ndenbe. That will be checked by our video assistant referee. But in the meantime, Ndenbe is patient. That movement from Joveljic creates this space. For Basson, it's just patient now. 1 and 2 touch around the box, and then Tommy just sells the fake. It's understanding that Buda is a forward that's tracking back, using that momentum, cutting it past him. And once you're there, it's free and clear. It looks closer than it is.
And it comes back to the near side. Here's Tommy trying to set it up for Basong. Basong scores! There's the response for Kansas City. Game on in the 90th minute.
When this header gets won, important challenge. Watch Tommy. He's going to absolutely sell it, and Hagelin buys it. Now that creates enough space. Miles Robinson is the center back. He's got to come over and try to create an angle that he can cut down. Basson goes near post high. Perfect finish. It's all about faking out the defender and convincing him you're going to have the go. And then puts it with a perfect amount of...
Suleimanov. Rio the one defending. Suleimanov into the middle. Radoya. Shallowy across. Oh, no goal! Shallowy will take it. And it's been that kind of season for Maya Yoshida and the LA Galaxy. Sporting Kansas City take the lead 1-0.
And yet we're struggling to create chances. The only way to really cause havoc and to cause issues defending Sporting Kansas City is you got to throw numbers forward. They get the run from Joveljic. They've got now 4 or 5 runners inside the 18. And if there is a play that signifies exactly how 2025 has gone for the MLS Cup defending champions,
now Basong. Manu Garcia looking to get into a good spot. Still working. Opens up for Leibold. Shallowy! Leibold! This time there is no stopping it! A beautiful passing sequence, and the patience pays off, and the man who is only in this game because of an injury for Nemanja Radoja.
And that's where St. Louis City SC has struggled in 2025. Methodical buildup. The home side is way too deep. No immediacy of pressure on the ball. And Sporting Kansas City cuts them apart. Manu, possession, quick little pop-up. And the touch from Daniel Shallowy is exquisite. The header down into the run of Leibold. Takes it across his body. Preferred left foot. And he beats gets the goalkeeper Roman Berkey to pull one back and give plenty of hope to the visitors with 20 minutes remaining.
Suleimanov, who has a goal off a free kick, much closer than this opportunity here in 2025. Year one with him for Sporting. Gets some good wood there. Oh, earmarked, an equalizer! He's done it again! The St. Louis Assassin! His third goal this season! An absolute heartbreaker for the folks here at Energizer Park.
71st, 88th. He loves playing against St. Louis City.
Unmarked.
His fourth goal in 5 matches plays, rising up like a salmon. The weight of the ball is perfect. Allows Joveljic to climb the ladder. Poor marking defensively. That header had power, placement, accuracy with a ton of traffic in front of Roman Berkey. And they believe that points are available after going down 2-0 in that first 45 minutes.
This explains some of what we saw out of New England early in the game tonight. He was not happy with that first half last week, and he said, you know, that was going to be a great moment to make some points with guys in the locker room. Save, Ivacic follow-up, Shallowy goal. Tommy the first chance, Shallowy the follow-up, and this game has changed. You can see it, you can feel it, and now there's something on the scoreboard to demonstrate it.
There's no doubt that players have come in, they've had an impact. It's a save he should make, it just bounces in front. But look at the reaction. Look how he's alert to get to the ball. And then it's a simple tap in, and now we've got game on.
Sporting Kansas City pulls one back. Daniel Shallowy. Goal number 5 of the year, the 52nd of his career. First one he scored against New England. Joveljic to equalize from the spot, and it's out 2-2.
Never in doubt. Never in doubt. You're just taking a chance. You slide away. We highlighted where he likes to put the penalties. He lets the goalkeeper dive and he just passes that into the middle of the goal. I think that's his 4th one in 6 or 7 that he's done, and very, very cool the way he finished that. This is more like it.
Vasson in the right center channel. He's got Beeson backpedaling. Lays it off to the right-hand side. Ball to Garcia. He settles it. Oh! Sporting Kansas City, what is happening? 3 goals in 16 minutes. It's gone from 2-0 to 3-2, and it is electric on the Great Plains of Kansas.
The ball very well, and then they're driving forward. Now I'm running out of people. Now I'm causing you problems, and that little chip back is exquisite. Nice composure, let it settle, and I'm just going to volley that into the back of the net. Just look at the little ball from Tommy, he just dinks up. Can I compose myself? Yes, I can, and I'm going to hit the target. A little deflection slightly to take it away, but they are rampant.
Went off Ceballos. Manu Garcia had gone 5 games.
Well, hey, I think we got to credit Griffin Dorsey. There was no reaction at all from him. Through Joveljic, first touch, second touch, and we're tied! We hardly called his name the entire first half, but we certainly do now. As Sporting Kansas City's top goal scorer.
Talked about is he can be quiet and then hit you for a goal out of nothing, and this is just peeling off that top line. One touch on the right foot to set it up on the left, and not enough pressure on the ball given the time and place just before half. And a quick release slots it to the corner. Jonathan Bond unable to set his feet and really try to make a play, and it's actually through the legs of Griffin Dorsey, who's laying out, arriving a little bit late. The one player, they finished the game under, 0.0 something in terms of XG.
Numbers you don't want to see. 6th corner on the night, out in front, it's off the crossbar, follow-up chance, and it's Joveljic one more time to make it 2-1. He finds ways to score goals, and he's done it twice tonight for Sporting Kansas City.
He's the type of player that even if you're not feeding him the ball perfectly in the box, he's going to keep hunting. So much work to do with that one, but it's an opportunistic bounce. He seems to always know where to be with those rebounds and lays up makes clean contact, doesn't try to overhit. And just a phenomenal strike. And again, well done from Jansen Miller to create that first opportunity. But it's Joveljic with a phenomenal strike to the back post to give them that 2-1 lead here on the road. And you can see, again,
he made 3 appearances in Leagues Cup for Houston and then 2 in league play. Shallowy. Could he put this one to bed? Out in front, Munoz, and it's 3-1! Joveljic had 2. Santi Munoz replaces him, and his first MLS goal makes it 3-1.
And again, 50-50 balls. No one tracks the runner. And it's Shallowy that gets to it first. Great little cut back to free up this space and recognize where an opportunity was. And it's right to Santi Munoz, who slots it to the back post. It was the Houston Dynamo chasing the game that was going to leave them exposed. During that time, you bring on Shoppy, you bring on Munoz, attacking players where maybe you needed solidified defensive moves, and he gets rewarded with the goal and an opportunity and carries a Vagnon.
We shall see, but he has had some really nice moments.
Much better.
Manu Garcia. All the way, Joveljic! 39th minute. We said it about this guy. He just needs a touch, a taste. And he has 10 goals this season.
Behind all of this for success defensively for LAFC. Watch the bottom right side of your screen with Joveljic. Can't allow him to have that much space to work off of clean passages right through the lines, and his ability to now face the game. Back line, shape is off. You step high if you're Hollingshead, and all of a sudden the rotation back over. Watch Joveljic recognizes the seam that opens itself up. Clean first touch to then cut back across the midfield, open up the space, and then allow himself to have this window against Hugo Lloris, who can do nothing but watch. Just to add enough
to get himself on the score sheet. He's incredibly efficient with his opportunities. It's back outside to Davis. Here is Joveljic again. Suleimanov, left-footed effort, and he tucks it inside the post. An absolutely fantastic strike from Shoppy. Suleimanov is Sporting Kansas City on the board early.
And the relationship between Kyrie Shelton and Jake Davis. Watch as Shelton comes down underneath. Jake Davis, thank you very much. Right down into the corner. It is a perfect run out of the midfield for one of their dueling eights. The ball actually quite difficult to deal with for Joveljic because of the pressure on his back. Defensively, you got to step up here if you're Dallas. Great job by Joveljic. He's just laying this off to see if they can keep the play alive. Do they want to recirculate? Do you want to go far post instead? Suleimanov says, you're going to give me that window of opportunity? Picks it right out in the upper 90.
Added time is presented by Audi. And here's a shot that goes into the bottom corner. Sporting Kansas City have pulled one back. Here in stoppage time, it's Santi Munoz making it 4-2.
Quick little pirouette. Watch him as he opens up his hips. Creates a real flat line within the midfield, and that allows Munoz to drift over that left shoulder. Great job by Manu Garcia. This is what you were looking for the whole night, if you're a Zavagnin.
Here's Bartlett. Manu Garcia chipping in towards Mason Toye. Quick up for Mason Toye! His first goal in a Sporting shirt draws the game level.
And just look at the run from Mason Toye. It does look like he keeps himself onside, but it's the delivery in behind that's so difficult to defend, and then Toye at the right moment just collects himself to be able to play this with the inside of his foot. Even when there's a play on it defensively, doesn't get caught off guard through traffic. And Chris, that's when you start to really think about the missed chances from Vargas and not putting this game away. 3 clear opportunities.
Munoz making the run. He's onside. Munoz across and Joveljic! 2 goals in second half stoppage time, and Kansas City might just have stolen 3 points.
Once again, it's one big ball over the top, and it's the late run from Nunez that starts that. Defending, facing their own goal, so difficult. Tracking runners has been a vulnerability of Charlotte all season long, but it's just a hopeful ball across, and just look at the poor defending. Joveljic wide open. Munoz knows exactly where he is and just has to slice it across. Easy tap in to take the lead late in this game.
Now Tommy. Back to Ndembe. Jake Davis fresh into the game. Tommy setting it up. It takes a deflection, and it sneaks past the goalkeeper. Eric Tommy has leveled the match here at Children's Mercy Park. 1-1 the score.
As they set themselves, it looks like RSL is trying to get organized, but instead it's that little bite that allows them the tiniest bit of opening to start to go to work. The jump out initially by Noel Caliscan. All of a sudden, Johnny Russell has to come deep. That allows Jake Davis to get on the first ball. The lake up with Eric Tommy. And the golden arrow, that almost always is the German into the top corner. Deflection or not. Magical by Sporting.
Nico Hansen has been a breakout player for Colorado. The youngster in goal. As he plays with fire a little bit there, a rare error from him. It's cut to the top of the box, and it's punished. Dejan Joveljic says thank you very much. Sporting Kansas City have the lead.
He's going to want this one back here. You can see Awazium is just pushing it back to the young goalkeeper, and he's trying to get it out of his feet, but the technique does not flush. And of course, Eric Tommy jumps on it, gets the assist to Dejan Joveljic. This is exactly what you don't want if you're Chris Armisen, exactly what you want if you're Kerry Zavagnin. This is a late birthday gift for Kerry Zavagnin, and when you talk about Dejan Joveljic, he typically can score spectacular ones, but I can guarantee you something. If you give him this, he will find the back of the net. 1-0 early on in this match, and the Colorado Rapids have dug themselves an early hole because this Sporting Kansas City side, led by this man right here, the sharpshooter, he offers something different to all of the other players that are in the starting lineup tonight. He's able to stretch the line. He's also able to put good in services as well.
Here's Tommy. Ooh. Tommy cutting through the challenges. Tommy! A glorious individual effort from Eric Tommy, and he just loves to score against the Colorado Rapids.
If you want to know why, Eric Tommy has been one of the best players to play in MLS since he arrived just three and a half seasons ago. This is exactly why. He's able to fade not 2, not 3, 4 Colorado defenders. The hold-up play is excellent. Then he says, okay, I'll just knife straight through, bang, puts it in the back of the net. Sporting Kansas City doesn't need much of the ball. They don't need a lot of chances. In fact, this is just the 4th shot in the entire game, the 2nd goal. 4 goals, 4 assists for Eric Tommy on the year. He says, yeah, my bow and arrow is working. The uppercut is absolutely lethal. 2-0.
Joveljic to try to bring Sporting back into this match. He buries it. And perhaps a lifeline for Sporting Kansas City. Joveljic, his 13th goal on the season. It's 3-1.
Not a ton of contact, but certainly enough for the referee to take notice. The Serbian dagger strikes again. 8 straight games with a goal contribution. Shades of Minnesota United back in March.
In the 96th minute now. Munoz. is 3-2 in Kansas City. Could they? Would they?
Barreling his way through the back line. Contact by Reed Baker-Whiting. The long look. The stare of desperation.
On the left-hand side of the attack rather than the right side. Now he's centrally, and he wards off Ojeda. He leaves it for Munoz, and Munoz tiptoeing forward, still there, blocked by Freeze. What a save! And it bounced in! Shallowy! A birthday goal for Daniel Shallowy to tie it! You knew that was written in the stars tonight!
And credit to Sporting Kansas City, they kept going, they've got their tails up, you could see the fatigue coming in. He gets in it, but watch his body shape, Mark, he's making sure he hits the target. We said about that earlier. When the ball comes out, make sure you hit the target and keep the ball low. Here's a perfect angle, he gets it on target, off the surface, it's in the back of the net.
Goal Sporting Kansas City, number 6 of the year for Daniel Shallowy, a 29th birthday goal. Slams it off the turf and it's in, and Shallowy has equalized, and it is game on now for the last quarter hour.
Joveljic does well to control, slides it through for Toy, once again, Toy around the keeper, Toy, and it's put in by Joveljic. Sporting Kansas City answer, right on the stroke of 25 minutes.
Within the ranks defensively for Orlando City. Clean, flat lines, but much too much space in between. So what that allows is not just the first ball to be played through, but the ability to then create separation as the back line starts to react to the initial ball squeaked through. Excellent ball put in behind that allows really two different options to take shape here for Mason Toy.
Imagine a whole new identity coming, new signings and all that.
Haven't missed the playoffs in back-to-back years since 2009-10.
This could be fun.
Leibold for Toy! Mace right in Fry's face. Toy scores. He has the goal that he thought he was going to get last weekend. It's 1-1.
Well, he's a peach of a cross as well. The song gets it, he sees the runners. Mason Toy. That is an absolute peach of a ball from Leibold. Doesn't even have to break stride, Mason Toy. And then just strokes that into the back of the net. Really lovely football from Sporting Kansas City. He's just saying next year is going to be fun. That was a great goal. That was really good ball movement and a good finish.
He made 2 substitutions. Looking at that lineup. Leibold, good cross. Shallowy, the redirection is kind. Kansas City with one back. Did it go off Bell or will it be Shallowy's? We'll see, but it's 3-2.
Shallowy gets it out wide, has a look, and he knows exactly where he wants to put it. Huge deflection there of Cody Baker. Well, that is generated from the left foot of Tim Leibold. Got a game on our hands.
Unsure of themselves at times in a way that Sporting can exploit that. It's dig up over the top, get in behind, early chance.
By Leibold, it bounces all the way across to Shelton. He drives one in low, and it's redirected into the back of the net. Dejan Joveljic.
He struggled with the space overall, Dejan Joveljic. With the partner up high, but in the absence of that, you have to retain belief in the movements that this ball is coming back in no matter what. His movements are where he gets this right. The ability to crash the 6 on the diagonal.
Shallowy. Into the area he goes. Shallowy riding one challenge. Shallowy! With authority! Bulgarian assassin has leveled the match.
Overall, still favorites Jansen Miller. Excellent patience by the center back to allow the space to hold on the outside. But the resurgence of form of Daniel Shalhoub cannot be understated. Used more frequently, and a two-man set, left wing, right wing. The cutback to the inside, always patented, favorited from the left flank. In the moment, you tip your cap to Shalhoub.
And now it's Toy through. Toy, left-footed shot, and goal! A 1-2 punch from Sporting Kansas City in short order. They're ahead 3-2.
Starts right at the midfield mark, and as it comes forward, the whole back line jumps. Smart by Munoz. First touch out in front, and the best asset that you get from Mason Toy is speed.
Portland once again, and the header's redirected in by Joveljic. The deftest of touches from Dejan Joveljic. He's got a brace, and Sporting have a 2-goal advantage.
Individual effort. The explosion by Joveljic just atop the 6. One of the more difficult things to do, maintaining your intensity as a player within this game. 20-year-old Noah Cobb.
Then maybe you create indifference in the mind.
Joveljic scores! Number 17 on the year. Kansas City take a 1-0 lead at home.
Lays it off, and Dubasarski brings down Suleimanov. Brad Stuber had done his homework. The last 3 penalties Joveljic had taken to the goalkeeper's right. Joveljic says, I'm going the other way. It's 1-0, Sporting Kansas City.
Tyler Wolff ready to come into the match. He's really been coming into his own according to the coaching staff for RSL. We'll talk more about him later as Shalhoub into the area, puts it across, and it's turned behind. It's an own goal. Brian Vanna tried to clear it. Sporting Kansas City are back in the match.
Love how vertical in his decision-making. Watch him open his hips up, 18 bottom of the screen. Dissects it right through. Some indecision there by Justin Glad. Goes with the mark instead of the space, allowing Sporting Kansas City to continue this run up high. First touch by Shalhoub, good. Second, even better, to push the play, change the shape. What's the old combo? Sometimes better lucky than good. Why not anything to get themselves back into this match and regain some momentum?
Carries it back to Glad, the Daniel Shalhoub.
Ethan felt like that ball was sitting in front of the open Sporting Kansas City net for seconds on end. It was just waiting for someone to step to it. Lo and behold, it's Joseph Paintsill with probably one of the easiest finishes he'll see throughout this entire year.
Well, that's what I like about Harper Miller.
Toy for Joveljic. Joveljic has pulled one back. Does he celebrate against his former club?
Quickly they can break this down. We've seen this 2-3 times from Sporting Kansas City here in the first half. Just quick ball movement. Galaxy just easily pulled out of position. It's just very simple pattern play. And you can see the 6 defenders from the LA Galaxy in their own box struggling to understand who's putting pressure on the ball. It's an easy layoff. Great movement by Toy and a great finish.